Autism is a really, really good example. And it's interesting because I had figured out before glyphosate, I had, by reading various people's, reports on their studies on autistic kids, particularly Rosemary Waring. She was talking in the 1990s about sulfate and autism. She was saying these kids have some kind of problem with sulfate. They can't make sulfate. They can't hook sulfate onto other molecules. They can't hold on to it. They have a deficiency in sulfate in their blood. They flush it through their urine. Like their sulfate system is in really bad shape. She identified that in these kids. And part of the consequence of that is that you can't detoxify toxic. There's toxic molecules that are fat soluble, and then the liver puts sulfate on them to make them water soluble, and then they can ship them out through the urine and get rid of them. So if you can't stick the sulfate on there, it becomes toxic, and it can go to the brain and disrupt the brain. So she was saying they have a problem with sulfation, and that's causing them to be sensitive to certain toxic environmental exposures that they can't detox because they can't stick the sulfate on there. That was her proposal. I think it's exactly right, and I think it's glyphosate that's causing that defect.